Hello Stampers, Kelly Acheson at stampabove.com coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. As I promised last week, I told you I would show you what I did with the inside panel that I cut out of this beautiful Blended Seasons card using the Wood Texture Designer Series paper. So I am going to make good on my promise and show you what I did with that because I think you're going to love it. Do you remember this card and matching envelope from last week? Well, we're going to touch on a little fall today. I know it's kind of a little early for that. I am a summer lover, but I wanted to show you the versatility of this fabulous stamp set. I really do think you will love it. Let's get started. So I'm going to bring in my cardstock layers first, and of course we have this piece that came right out of the front of this card using the Stitched Seasons framelit dies. That comes as part of the bundle. And of course I couldn't throw this away, right? Because we just don't do things like that. My husband doesn't understand that concept. He's always going, throw it away. And I'm like, you can't throw something like this away. You guys get me, right? I know you do. Then we've got a piece of Very Vanilla that's 4 by 5 1/4, 2 little strips of Designer Series paper that are 1/2 inch by 4 inch. That's to decorate the inside. A piece of Cherry Cobbler that is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. This is going to be our card base, obviously. Then I've got some scraps, Old Olive, Cherry Cobbler, and Very Vanilla. First thing we're going to do here is do some stamping. So I'm going to bring in my piercing mat and my scrap of Very Vanilla cardstock. I wanted a greeting for the front of my card, and so I did a little digging, came up with this accented bloom stamp set, and I love this hello in there. So that's what I decided to use. I'm using Cherry Cobbler ink, and we are going to stamp that on our scrap of Very Vanilla and punch it out with the tailored tag punch. And we're going to be popping this up on dimensionals, so I might as well take care of that right away. There we go, we're ready with that. I'm going to be die cutting the cute little leaf from the bundle out of these 2 layers of cardstock. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna bring in my Big Shot die brush. That'll help me quickly get these little pieces out. I love this thing. Look how good it works. It's like, oh, magic. I know I've told you guys this before, but if I had to poke all these little pieces out, I would not use these intricate dies nearly as much as I do because I have this Big Shot die brush. It's like a godsend. Okay, we've got those 2. I'm going to just finish up my Very Vanilla layer here. And I'm just going to leave a little bit sticking out of the bottom, and I'm going to put this right down here in the corner. So this little strip is catching my leaf, and I'm just going to leave it popped up like that. You don't need to glue anything else down as long as it doesn't fall off. We're in business. Okay, so that's my inside layer. I see it sticking over here just a teeny weeny bit, but it's just enough to make me a little crazy. You guys know how I am with that. Okay, let's get this inside our card and we'll decorate the front because that's what you really want to see, right? There we go. And isn't that kind of neat with that leaf just there? It's not glued down, kind of sits up. I think it's cool. All right, next we are going to take the leaf image, all these pretty leaves, and we are going to stamp that right in the corner, and I'm using cherry cobbler ink on cherry cobbler cardstock. And then we're going to bring in this piece. Now, this is where I came up with my idea that I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. Whoops. We need to clean off our leaf stamp. And bring in our Memento ink because we're going to use Stampin' Blend alcohol markers with this. And I'm going to stamp this right at the top, right on my wood layer. Isn't this a cool idea, you guys? I was like giddy when I thought of it. I'm like, oh, that's going to be so cool. And then I did it and it was cool. So just hang tight. I think you're going to love this. Okay, and then I am using dark and light cherry cobbler, dark and light old olive, a dark pumpkin pie, and dark and light mango melody. And these mango melody markers, these are brand new in the upcoming holiday catalog that's coming out September 5th. So you'll be able to get those on September 5th. So here's what I like to do with my Stampin' Blends. I always come in and do my shading first with the darker one. Then I come in with the lighter one and I do the blending. Depending on which of the designs of this paper you use, sometimes you can't see all of that detail because some of the wood paper is a little darker, right? So I'll show you that one more time here. This is the Mango Melody dark, and I'm just outlining my leaves, and then I'm coming in with the lighter one and I'm blending. And this is really hard to see on camera, but it's pretty cool in real life. So I went through and I colored in all of these leaves, and this is what it looks like. Now mind you, this is a darker pattern than this one, so darker ones will work just as well as lighter ones. And if you haven't seen this wood textured paper, oh my gosh, you guys, it is beautiful. All different kinds and colors of wood. And then I love these. Look at that big tree trunk and then the ends of a log pile. Super, super cool. So I've already done this through the magic of TV, right? I love saying that. Now we're going to glue this on our card front. And I'm just going to center that. Then we're going to come in with the greeting that says hello. We're going to put that right in the middle. And I've just got a couple other little things to do here before our card is done. This is a really quick and easy card. Got a mini glue dot here on my old olive leaf. And I'm going to put that right at the bottom of my, whoops, now it's stuck to my fingernail, right at the bottom of my tag. And then I wanted a little linen thread bow. So I'm bringing in my bow jig. My friend Denise, her husband, makes these. So if anybody would like to get their hands on one, you can pop me an email at kelly@astampabove.com. Now, did you see what I just did there? I wrapped this around 3 times. And now I'm going to cross it over and push that front one underneath and back over the top and tie it in a single knot. Amazing. You get a perfect little bow every time. And this is what I call a triple bow. So isn't that just sweet? Love it. Now we're going to grab another mini glue dot, and I'm going to kind of roll this one up. And we're going to put it right over top. I'm going to turn some more light on here. Right over top the other mini glue dot that's kind of sticking out from under my leaf. And then we're going to place this right over top of all of it, so it'll cover up all those glue dots. Okay, you guys, what do you think? Is that not really a cool idea? I thought this was I love how this card turned out. I thought it was really cool. Don't forget to stamp up the flap of your envelope. I use the Cherry Cobbler ink here. This is a very vanilla envelope. Very vanilla cardstock. And you guys, if you didn't know, Stampin' Up! Has envelopes. They're a very high quality, nice envelope in Whisper White and very vanilla. And then here's my inspiration where I got the idea by cutting this out. I'm like, what am I going to do with that piece, right? So I have an online class coming out tomorrow on August 25th using this fabulous Blended Seasons bundle, you guys. The framelits that come with this are amazing. The stamp set itself is fantastic. You have 3 different layering shapes and then all of these images to go with it. This is a great bundle to add to your library, your stamping supply library, which can never be too big. That's what we say, right? So I have an online class coming out tomorrow. The class is $25. It includes somewhere around 8 or 9 cards that include a box and a set of cards for the box. So you're going to get some amazing ideas. Each video has a private tutorial to help you make all the projects. So please watch for that on my blog. You want to click right up here in the right hand corner. That's going to take you right to my blog. If you subscribe in the left or the right hand column, you'll make sure that you don't miss anything coming out on my blog. Also, don't forget to subscribe down here in the bottom right corner on my YouTube button. You don't want to miss anything I have coming out. Watch for that online class tomorrow. There is a way to get the class for free, and that's by ordering this bundle of products from me, and it'll all be detailed in my post tomorrow. So you can get the class for free, $25 value. All right, you guys, thank you once again for taking a little time out of your day to spend it with me. Bye-bye.